Hi everybody, welcome to today's session. Today is a meditation session, right? So I'm going to be guiding you through two 20-minute meditations with a 5-minute break in between. The focus of the meditations is effortless gratitude. So sometimes when we do gratitude practices, it can feel forced, like we know we're supposed to be grateful for all the blessings in our lives, and yet when we have really negative states of mind, we're going through really big challenges in our lives, feeling a natural sense of gratitude can at times be difficult. So there are certain ways of practicing gratitude within the scope of our meditation that isn't about forcing our minds to feel grateful because we think we should. It's more about posing the opportunity or the possibility to feel grateful, and then seeing what the mind and the body and the heart naturally does with the invitation. It's a nice way to understand what we'll be doing here in this session. So we'll get started in just about 1 more minute. Let yourself settle in. Take a few sips of your beverage of choice. And we'll get started in a little less than a minute, okay? I'm glad you made it here. I'm glad to be here. These practices are so important. Okay, so it's on the hour. I'm going to go ahead and begin. Final clearing of the throat. Me. No, I'm just kidding. Welcome every day. Let me start that over again. Welcome everybody. I'm Michelle DuVal, the director of the Mindful Center. Today I'm going to host you through a meditation session. We'll do two 20-minute meditations with a 5-minute break in between. The focus of both the meditations is effortless gratitude. So for the first meditation, this meditation is called It's a Gift. In this meditation, we're going to practice noticing certain aspects of our present moment experience. It might be a sound you notice, or a sensation or a feeling in your body. So we'll just practice noticing whatever it is we naturally notice. And then I'm going to ask you to silently whisper in your mind the words, "It's a gift." And then we'll just kind of see what happens when we do this. Okay, I'll guide you through everything. Let's get ready to meditate. So what does that mean? Let's get ready to meditate. In my world, it first means preparing the body. So maybe taking some time here to stretch through the back or rub some of the tension out of your hands or your brow. Maybe rotating through the shoulders forward and back, maybe reaching the arms up overhead. And then when you notice any sense of readiness appearing in your body, it might be now, it might be still in a few minutes, no rush. But just whenever you notice a sense of readiness in the body, you can find your posture, how you wish to be sitting. Maybe it's on a cushion or a chair or just kind of propped up in your bed. And just kind of settling in, letting yourself find comfort. Letting yourself relax into how you're sitting. Taking some moments just to kind of overall soften the body, soften the face, the shoulders, the hands, the belly, the legs and back. And as we do this, we can start to move our minds into the present. So all this really means is starting to focus your attention on that which you're noticing about your present moment experience. So what you're hearing, noticing maybe the light coming in through the eyelids. Noticing certain sensations in the body. And so for right now, we're just really moving into this sense, this mental space of noticing. And gently holding your attention in this space of noticing as best you can. And now I want you to try something. When you notice something, say it's a sound, like I just heard the sound of some traffic. So we notice that sound, and then in our mind, we whisper, it's a gift. This sound is a gift. And just see what your mind does with that. So maybe you feel something in the body, maybe tiredness. So you would notice that feeling of tiredness in the body, and then you say in your mind, it's a gift. And then your only job after that is to kind of observe what your mind does with that statement. It's a gift. So I just noticed the sensation of an itchy bug bite on my foot. After I noticed that, I just kind of threw it out there. It's a gift. This itchiness is a gift. And then what surfaced for me was that, hey, I can feel my feet. I can feel my body. That means I'm alive, and that is a gift. The ability to hear what we're hearing, feel what we're feeling, notice what we're noticing, and then what happens if we label what we're noticing as a gift. What happens in the mind, and how does it make you feel? A little bit of gentleness with yourself, a little bit of levity or lightheartedness, a little bit of curiosity here. All of these go a long way in this kind of a practice. You might notice that you have a really busy mind, a distracted mind. Notice that experience and then just see what happens when you label, oh, this busy mind of mine is a gift. How might that be true? So now what we're really exploring here is how anything we encounter in this present moment experience, how anything we are encountering might possibly be a gift. And we're not forcing anything, we're just curious about how it might be the case. We're gentle with ourselves if we really don't think an aching back is a gift. But still we can explore it as a possibility. What might happen if we did relate to what's arising for us as though it were a gift? How might this moment, with all that it includes, how might this moment of our life be a gift? Just about one more minute. How might this moment of our life, with all that it includes, how might this moment be a gift? And then as the meditation comes to an end, you can soften your focus. You can begin to move and stretch and again attend to the body. This is the end of the meditation. So now begins our 5-minute break. My encouragement is always to, if you can, just kind of stay in this kind of quieter space, really slowing down your movements and maybe stepping outside to get some fresh air or drinking some fresh water. Five-minute break, but not necessarily to go wild within unless you need that. Then by all means. But one of the gifts of this kind of a format is that second meditation can many times be simpler to go deeper within because of the first meditation. So it's almost like we can step back into the footprint or ride the meditative momentum that we've created in that first practice to kind of make it a little bit easier to move into the second practice. So 4 more minutes of our break. You definitely don't have to sit here and listen to me. Just about 3 more minutes. It's funny, sometimes I will look everywhere and I can't find one set of reading glasses. And then other times there's like 6 pairs sitting all together. Ah, life. So just about 2 more minutes. This next meditation is one of my favorites, all-time favorites. So helpful, so simple. Just about one more minute, okay? So maybe coming back to your spot, chugging the last sips of water. I'm watching the time closely. We can stay on track. It's helpful. You just know these 2 20-minute meditations, 5-minute break, clean and simple. Okay, so that concludes our 5-minute break. This meditation is called Thank You Notes. In it, I'm going to read a series of statements or notes, and all I want you to do is hold them in your mind. Watch what your mind naturally does with them, and then see if you can wonder about how what I've just said could possibly be true. I'll give you the guidance, the notes, the prompts all throughout. Let's get ready to meditate. So preparing the body. And really there's no one size fits all for this. It's like some people like bigger movements and stretches. Some people like the smaller stuff. Just kind of preparing your body. And then when you feel like you're ready to settle into meditation, we can just do so. Finding a posture that will help you to stay focused and awake. If you sleep every time you meditate, you're really not practicing meditation. So we want to find a posture that helps us to focus, helps us to meditate. That's what we've come here to do. And then once you've found your posture, just kind of letting the body acclimate. Letting the body receive the memo that we're going to sit like this for the next 18 or so minutes. So just kind of letting that sense just kind of sink into the body, into the muscles and the bones. Beginning to draw our attention inwards. Maybe spending some moments just feeling your breath rising and falling. as we feel the breath, we're also kind of practicing letting everything else go, releasing the world while we meditate, releasing the need to be out there doing stuff just for this designated time. So maybe just a few more moments of releasing the world, coming inward and just feeling your breath. Now I'm going to begin to read this series of little notes. It's like a little note to ourselves that we're just going to hold for some moments in our mind, in our heart, and just see what naturally starts to surface. So the first little note is, I have so much in life to be thankful for. I have so much in life to be thankful for. Just hold that in your mind. And just kind of noticing what naturally, effortlessly arises when you do this. I have so much in life to be thankful for. But don't force anything. And the next little note that we'll do the same thing with is, if I had to list everything that I'm grateful for, it would be a very long list. Just hold that in your mind and see what happens. The next little note is, when I look at the world, even though there's a lot of suffering, I can still see so much to be thankful for. When I look at the world, even though there's a lot of suffering, I can still see so much to be thankful for. Holding this in your mind now. And here's the next note. As I get older, I find myself more able to appreciate some of the people, events, and situations that have been a part of my life history. How might this be true? As I get older, I find myself more able to appreciate some of the people, events, and situations that have been a part of my life history. Here's the next note. Life has been pretty good to me. What does your mind do with this note? Life has been pretty good to me. How does it feel to hold this note in your mind? And the next note, I couldn't have gotten where I am today without the help of so many people. I couldn't have gotten where I am today without the help of so many people. And the next note, many living beings, from pets to people, have loved me throughout my life. Many living people and pets, living beings, have loved me throughout my life. And the next note, I have loved many different living beings throughout my life. I have loved many different living beings throughout my life. And the next note, when someone expresses gratitude for something I've done, it feels good. When someone expresses gratitude for something I've done, it feels good. And the next note, when I express gratitude for something someone else has done, it feels good. When I express gratitude for something someone else has done, it feels good. Now for the last few minutes of practice, I want you to put your hand on your heart. Just try it while I read to you the following notes. I'm thankful to myself for all that I do. I appreciate how hard I work. I'm grateful for the health that I still have. I'm grateful for my kind heart, even when not everyone else sees it. I'm thankful for the friendship that I'm offering myself right now in this moment. I'm grateful for the love I feel for myself in this moment. I'm grateful just to be alive. I'm grateful just to be alive. As we come to the end of the meditation, you can release your hand from your heart. You can move and stretch as feels good. You can open your eyes whenever you're ready. This is the end of the meditation. This is the end of our session here together. Thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you next time.